So this is Rifton's prone stander. This is the small. We also offer it in medium and in large. Again, we have the gradual change of angle. With our protractor here, you can see it can move right up to 90 degrees, or you can have it at a slightly less vertical setting. Just realize that the more horizontal it is, the more the body weight will be supported by the trunk board, and less weight bearing will occur through the long bones. Whereas as you move it into a more vertical position, you can check and assess whether you're able to assure that the client is really bearing weight through their legs. Here we have two straps on the small that will cross for that postural support. On our larger standers, these straps are simply horizontal across the frame. This is a separate knee board. So the knee board and the foot board and the trunk board all adjust in height separately. And that's very beneficial either to accommodate height of the child, or as they're gaining in upper trunk and postural control, you can lower the support. As you move into a more horizontal position, you're actually challenging the extensors, the head and upper trunk, to build that postural control against gravity. Now we're just going to have a look at the accessories. We have the laterals for the trunk, we have the knee supports, and again the sandals. Here the small sandals are mounted on the footboard, and I'll just compare them in size to the medium for your interest. So this then would be the medium sandal, and you can see how both fit onto this particular size of prone board. We again have that same stack and latch system. And another consideration might be that you'll choose to place the sandal this way around. And the concept there is that for the student who is able to step up onto the board in order to have that standing opportunity, it's actually easier for them to clear the board and place their foot onto the sandal. Now, a couple more pointers in terms of transfer into the product. Either you have a child who is able to step up onto the sander themselves, or you may have the child positioned safely on your lap, place their feet into the sandals, and then stand up with them as a way to assist their transfer into the product and then secure them safely. Some further considerations include sizing of the stander for even smaller children. And in order to do that, you can actually remove the knee board. And I'll just show that step here. You loosen this knob and swing the little metal piece around. And now we are able to move the footboard a lot higher and slide that up those rods and make the entire stander suitable for a much smaller child. In terms of abduction or leg separation, we have similar options as we saw with the supine stander. The difference here is that we have now a hip stabilizer. And this, once it's secured in place, will actually assure a hip extension stretch for the child. Finally, a small look at the tray. It's a very nice smooth surface. This means that it will accommodate the Anchor product family from Rifton as a way to stabilize an upper extremity for better use of the hand that is free, and very simple angle adjust as needed for the board, depending on the angle of the board and tray for a particular student. So that wraps up our prone stander.